In this video, I'm gonna be going over why you need to learn APIs. Okay, and if you're on my channel, you know that this is something new. Check out this nice whiteboard creation I made. Yeah, we stepping up our game. But in this video, I want to share with you why you should learn APIs. Okay, it's so important that you learn this stuff. Okay, don't get left behind. Okay, in this video, I'm going to be talking about APIs and why you should learn it and why you can make money. So let's get right into it. So APIs allow you to use other persons creation, other business persons creation software for yourself. Okay, and you might be thinking, wow, okay, that's cool. But the thing is, these creations take so long to build. And if you're a solo developer, a solo guy, then building that yourself will take a lot of time, effort, and money spent. Okay. And doing APIs using somebody else's code software solution, you could just integrate that with your project and call it a day. Okay. And it'll allow you to make more money, grow your career and that sort of thing and build, applications. So let's get into this. So what is an API? Okay. I got my next slide. API, the acronym is Application Programming Interface. Okay, and basically this means is it allows two systems to communicate and blah blah blah. But what are we talking about here? Okay, an API is where a system, say a database, has a whole bunch of information, whatever, a functionality. Okay, maybe they're a database user. Like so let's take Superbase for example. They offer a database using system. Okay, you can create tables, you can do all this stuff with Superbase, and you can enter information. You can use authentication for sign up. Okay, and you might be thinking like, okay, that's cool, but an API will allow you to use Superbase. You get what I'm saying? So Superbase created all this. They have a team of people. They did all this, all the intricate, tables and SQL and all that nonsense that if you were to try to build yourself, it would cost way too much time and money and effort spent. But by using an API, you can integrate that into your project. Okay, and APIs are everywhere. You from logging into Google website that authentication, that Google authentication is an API. Google Maps, Uber, and Stripe and PayPal. Like on my website, I integrated Stripe, the API Stripe and Superbase, by the way. So if you go to buy one of my courses that I'm creating now, you could see that it'll open up a checkout and it's a Stripe checkout and where you can enter your card information and all that and it handles it. And it'll, you can even do Cash App. And all I had to do was hook up Stripe through API to my website and listen to the events. Like it's super easy. I didn't have to build a whole, payment entering system. Okay. And this is where APIs are useful. Okay. APIs are everywhere, man. I want you to get this in your head. Don't get left behind. So why should you learn APIs? That's what the whole point of this video. Okay. APIs can make you a lot of money. Okay. If you're in it for the money, APIs is where it's at. Okay. Think about this. So if you're like a business guy and you build websites for people, okay, say for example you got like a business lawyer and you're like, hey, I'll make you a website with a chat bot that'll automatically assign what is that, interviews or appointments for you all through this online web interface. And you might be thinking, wow, man, that sounds like I can't build that. But all you have to do is use OpenAI's model with the API, hook it up to your website, enter certain listenings like that personality of that AI model that you're using as inputs, and then boom, you have a system going. Like you integrated this easy. You didn't make the chat bot. You didn't do any of this. It's just you just use somebody else's model. And this is what's happening behind the scenes everywhere. Everywhere is happening. So, when you hear all these new models and new things like this is what's going on. This SaaS, software as a service, all they're doing is putting a wall of payment in front of you, in front of the customers. Okay. And then behind the scenes, they're hooking up a bunch of APIs and like using different microservice, AWS, boom, chat GPT, boom, Stripe handling, boom. That's what's happening. You need to learn APIs. Okay. They're everywhere. And I know, just start to think how you can make money with this. Okay. If you're doing a SaaS program, you're offering, some client some money for this service. And all you're doing is like, say if it costs one penny per, per request or something like that, then you charge them 4 cents for each request that they make. And you see what I'm saying? You're just upscaling, and this can go on forever. And there's so many APIs, man. So like from image generation to what is that called? Stripe and a bunch of open AI models. So like that Chat GPT type of deal. But super powerful, man. You can make some money. Next thing, automation. Okay, in my course, I go over how to create a resume with Chat GPT using an OpenAI call in the backend, custom, which integrates through, you tell it, hey, I want a resume, blah, blah, blah. I want it with this. And I go through that. Career growth. If you're looking for a job or a career as an API guy, now's the time. APIs are everywhere. Okay. It's like the next thing. So all these cloud services are converting from SQL to APIs. They don't want to do this direct access to the database. They want these API middlemans, gateways. And you could build scalable applications, microservices, use AWS. Okay, integrate AWS, have this use them as a service. Okay, don't let the user know this, but then give them APIs to access it. Like, there's so much middleman of the middleman here going on. API is like the next middleman of everything. So how does this work, man? How does this work? How does APIs work? So basically, you have a server or service. You're a client. You ask the API what you want, and it returns to you. Okay, and the way you ask that is through REST format, REST APIs, which basically uses HTTP requests and then gives you the JSON data, so the data that you ask for in JSON response. You have GraphQL, which basically the server already formats that data easily for you, and you can use GraphQL to grab certain things like boom, 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 boom. And SOAP is an older thing. XML, I think this is like an old, what is it? Simple Object Access Protocol Application Pro. Yeah, this is an old XML. I'll put it in here because I want you to know like it does exist. You can do your research if you want. But Gcon API, I actually have a video going over how to open and use API endpoints. So I will, I think there's a card. Yeah, right there. Boom. I'll put a card, and yeah, I go through how to grab an API live with JSON, using endpoint. So how to start learning these APIs, man. Girl, how do you start learning this? Okay, it's simple. There's get, post, put, delete. Those are the four main, call HTTP methods in REST. So you can get information, and then inside that get, you can ask certain things like, hey, I want this, 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 this. Okay. Post is basically create a new one. So if you want to create a new table, new database, new something, post. Put is update, update, update. So if you want to put something in that database that you updated, okay, that's how you do it. A put response, or yeah, put endpoint, and then delete, space delete. So you could use Bruno. Bruno is in that video that I linked. Bruno is basically an API caller. So you could just put the API, put the API key, the authentication, anything of that. Bruno is like, I want a brute force test. Boom, test that. Bruno and Postman, you could use that. So explore some public APIs. So basically, Gcon, right here, this is free. They give you free stuff so that you can use this endpoint for free. You just copy and paste. But there's a lot of public APIs that you can use. I'll put a link down in the description with a list. I think it's a GitHub list full of like thousands of public APIs. You can get weather data, and start building a project with this, man. Girl, start building projects. Like if you got a simple website, integrate Superbase with it. Do an authentication, sign up, sign in. Get a weather app where you can get the local weather data, using an API. Like, start building this stuff, start understanding request, response, and publish, subscribe, that sort of thing. And start building today, man. I'm super excited to give y'all this video, and I want to share with y'all this API stuff. It's super important. So try integrating a project. Like I said, do a simple weather app. Check out the free APIs that you can practice. This is actually my thumbnail I made for the video I made going over this. But yeah, check out my channel, dude. My channel has a bunch of tech information like this. This is kind of a new video for me with this format, but hey, like, comment, subscribe. Check out my channel. I do a lot of information on tech, LeetCode, software engineering, that sort of thing. And check out my website, bradleydallen.io. I got some good stuff on there. and all that stuff. Everything I make is made with love. I really don't like the whole copy paste, automation. I think YouTube's getting too much with all that. I'm trying to stay authentic here. It's all from the heart. So, hey, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.